this month of September is going to be a bit of a mixed bag. So for today, we're going to have the Spirit and Soul series, which is a gospel series. But yeah, we're going to get to know One Reason a little better. He is a streamer here on Twitch. He has a gospel show called the Gospel Takeover, and we're gonna get to know him a little better tonight. Hopefully, you guys would appreciate the person behind the streamer, and of course support him because we're all about support here in the Twitch community. Oh. Welcome to the show. How are you?
I'm doing well. Thank you for the invitation. I appreciate that for real.
Not a problem. Not a problem. Thank you for accepting. It's one thing to give the invite, another thing to accept. So I appreciate you for accepting the invitation this evening. Yeah, so just one little thing, guys. Oh, Mrs. Francie, good evening. Miss Bell, good evening. Welcome on in. So for those of you who are not familiar with the way we do things here on Behind the Mic, whenever we have a guest, it's not just only me asking questions. We utilize the interactive piece of Twitch to the utmost. So please put your questions in the chat. My wonderful mod Nads will keep everything in line, make sure that I ask all the necessary questions. If I missed it, she will bring it to my attention and just drop it in again. And yeah, we're just gonna have a great time. So, with that said, I know I gave a little intro, but please, sir, introduce yourself.
All right. First of all, thank you. What's good, chat? Again, thank you for the invitation. I go by Reason. One Reason out here in the Twitch streets and around the social medias. From the Bronx, I do a show every morning here on Twitch. Gospel Takeover starts at 7 o'clock a.m. Eastern Standard Time. So that's every morning there. Yeah, I mean that's the Twitch bit of it. And, you can get into whatever you want to get into. Okay, cool it now.
He says, I remember you from early pandemic days. Great, you're still on. Oh, wow.
I remember that
Wonderful.
name. I remember that name.
That's amazing. Great. I'm happy that someone from my community recognizes you. So that's good. That's really good.
Can I shout out one of my mods is in the chat, Shelly Thunder.
Of course. Yes,
Shout
of
out
course.
to the Diamond Mod Squad. I appreciate you sliding in.
Yes, yes. I'm
Michi
happy that
Val, thank you so much.
yeah, this is amazing. I'm loving this. This is what this is all about, just bringing the communities together and really, making sure that we all are aware of each other and supporting each other to the utmost because at the end of the day, that's all we can do. It's we're better, stronger together than apart, right? So,
That's true story. Shout out, I
yes.
got another mod slid up in the chat,
Go ahead.
Dalen.
Go right ahead.
Yo. What's good, Dalen?
Great, 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 great. Oh man, I love this. I'm loving this. This is amazing. Okay, so I'm gonna start with how did you get your name? One reason.
All right, let's start off with that straight up.
Why not?
I mean, nowhere better to start. So Reason is a name that I came up with when I was looking for a MC name, a new one, actually, to tell the truth. Because coming up, I wanted to, rap and things like that. Came up in the Bronx, you know what I'm saying, through the 80s and the 90s, listening to hip hop and rap and just wanting to be a rapper, but more on the MC level. But back then, I was using names like Rage and Strife, and those names weren't really fitting.
Right.
You know what I mean? And I was
I don't know if you saw
sitting.
my face. I don't know if you saw my facial expression when you
Yeah, yeah,
mentioned it.
yeah,
It was
yeah,
like,
yeah.
whoa.
Yeah. So, being out there, you want to come with something hard, right? So I figured those were like
Right.
hard names, but it was like, you can only rap about what you know, and it was like I wasn't raging, and I really wasn't going through much strife, so it was like it don't fit.
Right.
Um, so I was actually sitting in a poetry class in some one of my colleges, and we were doing anagram poems where like you have the word coming down and then you continue on using the letters within the
Okay.
poem.
Right.
So I was looking at that and I was like, I took my name because I
Mm-hmm.
have 5 names in my legal name, and
Okay.
I was taking letters and just randomizing them to see if they made words. And
Okay.
so I came up with reason because my middle name has a long E sound. So the
Okay.
RESON, you
Mm-hmm.
know, without the A, people say
Right.
resin, but it's a long E.
Right.
So it's reason. And then the one
Mm-hmm.
came from is like, I really only have one reason for the things that I do. And that's, through God's power and to give him back like the glory. But
Right.
reason was really like, I want reasons, so I got questions, but I could give
Mm-hmm.
you reasons if you need answers. So a
Okay.
lot of
I
things,
like that.
was coming together like that. So I am
Yeah.
reason. You know what I mean? It is me.
Mm-hmm. I know we spoke about this briefly in sound check, but just for everyone in the chat, let them know what part of New York you're from, please.
From the Bronx, from the Bronx, New York. Shouts out to the BX, the official home of hip hop.
Official. Now, see, guys, if you guys recall, I might have mentioned this not last week, maybe 2 weeks ago or so. There's the thing where people from Brooklyn don't go to the Bronx, and people from Bronx don't go to Brooklyn. So
I
here it
mean,
is.
listen, it is so far to Brooklyn.
And it's so far to the Bronx. So
I, listen, listen, I was telling her that back my girlfriend and I would pick her up and we would go to Brooklyn, straight across the bridge, go to Junior's, get 2 slices of cheesecake, 2 milkshakes, turn around and go right back across the bridge.
Oh
It was
gosh.
like I would really rather drive to Albany than go to Brooklyn.
Really? Wow. Wow. I mean, that's still a
I would
ways
get
up
there
from the Bronx
faster.
to Albany.
I would really get there faster though.
Don't you think you're exaggerating a little bit? Just a little bit?
I mean, depends on the
Albany,
traffic. Depends on the
Really? Albany? Right, cool now. Exactly. Stop it. Like, you playing games now. Really? And cool now's a Queens boy, so.
Listen, you're right around. See, you're down the block. That's why you just hop on the BQE and you there. It'll take you an hour, but
No,
but
no
nah,
fighting that.
nah,
It's
no
all good.
fighting. It's all love.
It's
It's
all
all
love.
love, man. But we just know
Okay.
that if somebody from the Bronx goes to Brooklyn or someone from Brooklyn goes to the Bronx, they gotta care because it's gonna be
Right.
a minute.
Yes. Yes.
Train, boat,
Boat.
car. It doesn't matter how you.
No, yes, I have been to, let me see, a former coworker of mine. She had a birthday party for her son, I think when he turned 1. That was a few years back, and she was in the Bronx, so I actually made the trip up there. I haven't done that in quite some time. So, yeah, Bronx is not really a borough that I go to.
Right.
Like,
I'll meet
yeah,
you in Harlem.
that's fine. We
See
will
what
meet in the middle.
see what I'm saying?
We'll
Meet
meet
in
in
the
Manhattan,
middle.
Harlem, or Times Square-ish, or somewhere around there.
Somewhere.
Somewhere in the middle. We meet in the middle. But for someone from Brooklyn to trek to the Bronx or vice versa, they really gotta care about you to make that commute.
Make that track. That's a
Yeah,
track.
yeah, yeah. Facts, big facts.
Just press the whole day. The whole day is done.
True, yeah. And don't let them be working on the tracks on the weekend. Lord.
See what I'm saying? This is what I'm
Mm.
saying.
That whew. Okay, so the Boom Boom chat room has a question for you. Great.
Okay.
It said, "What is your drive or your purpose or your goal for your streams on Twitch?" I love that question. Thank
Oh,
you, lady.
that's a very good question. Let me start with purpose.
Okay.
Um, my purpose to be on Twitch is to create a safe space where believers and non-believers alike could come together and just encourage, uplift, and like support each other through music, gospel music in particular, in the
Mhm.
morning. And my drive is just to keep spreading the gospel and the love. You know what I mean? And my goal is just to keep people, like to introduce people to different forms of gospel,
Mhm. Right.
because you know a lot of people like the traditional gospel, and
Mhm.
the urban gospel is coming a little more into the forefront, because a lot of the
Mhm.
younger people, especially my generation and younger,
Right.
when we started getting into it, it was like, okay, but Kirk and them,
Yes.
Fred, John P, like they made gospel cool. So
Right.
with that, and then Christian hip hop was like,
Mhm.
yo, where this is the culture, right?
Right.
And we're
Mhm.
supposed to spread the gospel, but you got to
Mhm.
meet people where they are.
Yep.
And
There you
like,
go.
you could reach a lot of, I reached a lot of young people rapping
Mhm. Mhm.
more than when they were in church, or me doing EE straight from the
Mhm.
book, which is
Mhm.
evangelism, right?
Mhm.
So we had young people. Let me tell you this one story. We had young people. We
Mhm.
went to a church one time for a youth conference, or it was a youth program.
Mhm.
We rapped. We did like two or three songs. I think two songs. But
Mhm.
after it was over, we had a whole group of young people come up to us and just want to
Mhm.
talk. This one little
Yes.
kid was so cute. Was like, "Would you sign my Bible?" And I'm like, "Wait a
Aww.
minute! Like, what is happening right now?" But it
Wow.
was the connection, that it was
Yes.
like, "Oh, this is dope," and these young people were like, "This is about God. This beat
Mhm.
is banging." And then you
Mhm.
don't even realize that you get in the word until you start really listening. Because a lot of
Yeah.
people, they hear the beat and they
Right.
feel the hook or the melody, and that's what
Mhm.
they listen to. But
Right.
if you could catch them, they catch a couple words and they be like, "Wait a minute, okay, all right, this is dope. This is dope."
Right. Yeah. That was a teaser. To watch the full episode, please go to twitch.tv/bkssweetestmusic for Behind the Mic.